nonstop, and always talking about this song Power. I mean, look at the images we have here. Okay, what is this? What is this right here? Does this not look demonic to you? This looks very demonic. Over here, it's a parallel image, reflection, or whatever. You know, it's parallel. Another demonic creature right here. Interesting. Not just that, though. If we scoot up forward a little bit, we see something sexual going on here between two women. I mean, that's pretty demonic to me. And then also, like, just a perversion going on. So there's just a lot of weird stuff happening. The water being upside down, anti-gravity, gravity going against gravity, going against, you know, the laws of the universe, the laws of everything, going against God, basically. It's pouring up, and kind of in a very, I don't know what you would call it, just perverse kind of way. And this right here as well, this is really weird. There's something really weird going on here. It's almost like a butt that's placed in reverse, you know? It's very, very weird. Over here too, look at this. More sexual activity. We have another demon creature right here. Another perverse picture right here. So this is really disturbing, actually, that Candice Owens listens to this song all the time. And it's very self-centered. You know, we start off with him with this really weird demonic kind of look. And, you know, who knows where he's at. He's surrounded by columns. Very interesting. And then you have let's see, I didn't really go through the whole song just because just by looking at it, I mean, what is this? What is this act of violence right here? Again, very demonic. Very demonic. So it makes a lot of sense. You know, like, what is this? What the heck is that? You know, and here you have just some random woman just staring. It's very demonic. And then you have some guy and a gal with a sword coming at him, and he's got this like angel. He's he's not even close to being a saint. Not at all. The stuff that he put out, the way he talked about Hitler, nothing about this man represents Christ or God. And Candice, being a Catholic, should be very ashamed of herself for just promoting this song, talking about this song, saying it's like the best thing ever. It's clearly self-centered, self-serving. You know, it's the thing that Satan wants you to believe. Satan wants you to believe that you have more power than God. You know, that you are the one who is more powerful. You know, it's not a good message. Not a good message at all, in my opinion. It's very satanic-like, very demonic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at this. Look at these horns coming off this lady. All right, and then you have a duplicate over here. It's a very demonic thing. So I don't know, man. This is a weird. I didn't know what to expect. I did not expect this. Okay, I did not expect this. And for her to call herself a Catholic, a mockery of God, a mockery of Christ. This is basically some kind of weird. What do you call it? Some kind of weird thing where he's placing himself in heaven. Basically talking about power, because he's tripping on power. And what does God say about that? He says that that's not the goal in life. The goal in life isn't to achieve power. It's to humble yourself to God. And so I had to look at it. I mean, look at this. Look at this perversion right here. This is just pure perversion. This is perversion right here. He's making a mockery of angels. He's making himself seated in heaven, and he calls it power. And she brags about it all the time. She brags about how she's friends with Kayne and this and that. Not just that. Not just that. This guy named Reuben was the one who introduced Candice to Kanye West, and she totally burned that bridge with him. Like, I don't understand who does that. Who that's insane to me, man. She's got real issues. I think she's possessed. I think this song is demonic, and it's possessing her to be the way she is. And the way she talks about Kanye West, it's like Kanye West is a god to her. You know what I mean? She's bowing down to Kanye West. She doesn't bow down to God. Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing good about Candice Owens. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She's misleading the sheep to the slaughter. Okay? All she cares about is power. That's like the number one thing God doesn't want you to trip on. And what does he say? He's tripping on power. You get what I'm saying? Go read the Bible. Go read the Bible, Candice Owens, because you obviously don't know what the hell you're doing. And please don't call yourself Catholic. Please remove yourself from the Catholic Church. Please. You're a disgrace to the Catholic Church. You break so many commandments. You throw rocks at a bunch of people. You're very bitter. You're very hateful. Okay? You criticize a bunch of people. You spread lies about people. You create conflict and controversy for your own clicks and views, for your own fame. You made money off Charlie Kirk's death. This is the like epitome of demonic. Okay, Candice Owens is demonic. That's just my opinion. I'm not stating as fact, but I see all the clues. I see all the clues. I see the way she talks about people, the way she attacks people. You know, the way she. Just her actions, her behaviors, the way she speaks, everything. It's not looking good for her. It's not looking good for her at all. Pray for her. Pray for her. She needs it. She's totally possessed. And the possession comes from this man right here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. She is possessed and hypnotized by this song that is demonic in nature. And look at the images he uses, okay? Look at the images he is using here. Okay, that's not normal. That's not heavenly. And I don't even know what's wrapped around him. He's got this chain, very heavy chain with some weird thing. It could be tribal. He could be like appealing to, you know, Africans and this and that, you know. Great. But don't be fooled, okay? Cuz this is demonic. This is purely demonic right here. Purely, you know. And Kanye West, he was known for a lot of, you know, sexual things and things that he did, and not just that, but he's kind of crazy. No, it's not just a song. Songs can do a lot more. They can influence you. They can influence you in your life. Songs have more power than you think. Just to be like, oh, it's just a song. That's very naive. Very naive. Because look at Candice Owens. Totally possessed. Totally possessed by Kanye West. That's all she talks about is this song. How she listens to it all the time. You know, this and that, and listen to it with Charlie. This is... I don't like Kanye West. I don't like his music. And so I never listened to him. And I heard his voice for the first time, and I thought he was weak. His voice is weak. Very weak, in my opinion. He's got no talent. I don't know how he made it. I don't know how he made it in the industry. I don't know his backstory. But this is very, 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 very demonic. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Because all you have to do is look at Candice Owens. And then you make the connection and you go, oh, wow. Wow. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense to me. You know, look at this this is so freaking disgusting. Okay, this is disgusting. disgusting. There's nothing godly about this. There's nothing heavenly about this. There's nothing Christ-like about this. You know, and she's supposed to be a Catholic. Okay, this is not, if you're a Catholic, you don't condone this. This is not Catholic behavior to be like, oh, Kanye West this, Kanye West that. The guy loves Hitler. Okay? The dude loves Hitler. He said it himself. He absolutely loves Hitler. Nick Fuentes just recently said he loves Stalin. He remembers his birthday. He loves him so much. These people are freaking sick in the head, okay? They're missing God in their life. It's clear as day. They influence a lot of people, okay? They mislead the sheep, and this is all they're doing. And I can tell you right now, God is not happy with this. He is not happy at this one bit. Not happy with Candice. Candice had a bright future, but she tarnished it. She tarnished it completely by acting the way she acts. And the worst part is she's so prideful about it. And what happens when you're prideful? The fall happens before, right after the pride. So, yeah, you know, pray for Candice, because she was one of God's favorites until she turned pretty much, she got tricked, completely tricked by this little trickster right here. And he is a trickster. He is one of the biggest tricksters on the planet. This guy right here. He tricks a lot of people. He hypnotizes you with the music, you know, for his own glory. That's demonic, folks. That's the definition of leading you astray from God. This is horrible, dude. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Horrible. Look at this. Look at this lady. Okay, she's wearing a top but no bottom. She's got horns on her head. Okay, this is demonic. This is 100% demonic. This is not love. This is pleasure. This is sexual pleasure. This is one of the sins. One of the deadly sins. Lust. Okay? This is not good. Not good at all. Anyways, wanted to throw my 2 cents in there. You know, that's just me though. That's just me though. That's just me. You know, you can have your own opinion. That's great. That's great, but I have my own opinions too. And I got a feeling that you know, karma's gonna come back around to Candice for all the bad things she's doing. I mean, she already got banned from Australia. She got banned from Australia for having really poor character, you know. Who on earth does that happen to? Only Candice Owens, because she has horrible character. Horrible, 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 horrible. No, there is no just being weird. He knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't represent God. He doesn't represent Christ. He went on some Christ trip, but it was totally a fraud. He's totally a fraud, dude. He's not Christian. He's not Christian one bit. Not one bit. The world's ours? No, Bubba. The world is God's. He created it. It's not yours. Okay? It's not yours, Bubba. Okay, you're gonna die. You're just a man, just like me, just like anyone else. And you're gonna die, and you're gonna have to face eternity. And which eternity do you think Kanye West is gonna go to? Do you think he's gonna go to heaven? I don't think so. I don't think so. The stuff he puts out for the world, the influence he has on people, I don't think so. And now he took Candice with him. He snatched Candice Owens' soul. Kanye West snatched Candice Owens' soul. It's completely snatched. And that's it. You know, if she doesn't return to God, it's over for her. It's over. Okay, karma is gonna freaking reach back to her very quickly. It already has. It already has in a lot of ways. She's got lawsuits. She has a gag order. She's got a lot of bridges she burned. She's very hateful. She's very bitter. And those are what we call a type of demonic possession. You know, she spread lies. Tons of lies. She divides people, completely divided millions of people against one another. So, yeah, it's not looking good for her. I'm calling it out right now. She's gonna get a lot of karma for what she did, what she's doing. And I feel really bad for her because she's completely lost. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's the kind of people that Christ talks about. You know, please forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. All they care about is their own fame, their own glory, their own power, their own money. You cannot serve that and then serve God. It doesn't work that way. God's not going to allow that. He's not going to be happy with that. You're choosing the things that Satan wants you to choose. And Satan will lead you to the road of destruction because that's what he does. So, you know, you can, like I said, you can have your own opinions. I got mine. You don't see what I see, that's fine. But I see it as clear as day. I see it as clear as day. There's nothing holy about Kanye West. There's nothing saintly about him. Nothing. And most music videos you see about rap, they're so full of demonic images, hail Satan, things like that. You know, so it doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me. The music industry is all about Satanism, satanic rituals and things like that. You know, how come Candice Owens never talks about Antifa? The things that Antifa does in our country and all over the world, because they're misguided. They don't have God in their lives. Never once talks about them. Oh, but she'll talk about Charlie Kirk and tarnish his reputation. She attacks his widow. You know, she even attacks Trump. Like, dude, give me a break. Give me a break, bro. She is a freaking psychopath. You know, and she's misleading a lot of sheep. She's leading them to the slaughter. You know, all you can do is pray for the people to be released by the hypnotization that Candice Owens has done to a lot of people. You know, she does it with her voice. Her voice has a rhythm to it. It has a tone. You know, she does it with her facial expressions. She convinces you of things without any proof. Any proof whatsoever. None whatsoever. No proof whatsoever. She goes on rants and tangents. She even says something about stabbing Elon. Okay, some crazy nut who listens to Candice is going to go do something crazy like that now. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know how to be responsible for the millions of people that listen into her. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what she's doing. All she cares about is her own glory, not the glory of God. All she cares about is the fame. All she cares about... And look, the reason I say that is because look how she acts. She's attacking every freaking friend she's ever had. Who the hell does that? A demonic possessed person does that. Why would you attack all your friends, all the people that made her, all the people that gave her breaks? She's now against them all. And all these people that she's against, these are people who follow Christ or something similar. They're Jewish or whatever. They have their faith. You know, the fact that she hated on Jews for so long, it's horrible what she is doing. Completely horrible. And I have to speak up. I have to speak up because I see it. You know, I'm not going to be one of these people who goes, oh, it's just this and this and that. No, I totally see what's going on. Okay, I see it. She's in the dark. Her heart is dark. Her heart is bitter. You know, you have to be a pretty disgusting person inside. To be acting the way she acts. Okay, she makes up a bunch of shit that isn't true, you know. And the lawsuit, I looked at it. She's gonna lose. Okay, because first of all, Brigitte is not a man. You have to be not only a racist but a sexist to make a comparison of two white family members and go, oh yeah, you see, and her brother exists, so she can't be the brother. It doesn't make any effing sense. Okay, she used some ChatGPT or whatever to make that analogy. And guess what? ChatGPT or whatever isn't right all the time. It gets things wrong a lot. A lot, actually. Very much a lot. So she's totally misguided. She's on the wrong path. She's misleading a bunch of people. She attacks pastors. She attacks Charlie Kirk's widow, attacks Charlie Kirk, attacks him by tarnishing his reputation and then using his death to monetize herself on YouTube. It's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. It is the most disgusting behavior I've seen on earth currently. It is horrible, the things she's doing. Just completely horrible. And if you don't see it, then you don't see it. Okay, I'm sorry you don't see it, but I see it as clear as day. I see it as clear as day. Okay, completely, totally demonic. And she loves this song. She loves Kanye West. Give me a break. His music sucks. He's really nobody. I mean, sure, he's got fame, but what is fame? It's fucking nothing. Okay, you can't take it with you to heaven or hell. You can't take your possessions with you when you die. You're going to be spending eternity somewhere. Where do you think these people are going to spend eternity in? For misleading so many people, for causing so many conflicts, for causing so many, pushing out so many lies and saying that it's facts. She says it's facts when it's just an opinion. Okay, get your story straight. It's horrible. She's confusing a lot of people. She's misguiding a lot of people, and this is her inspiration right here. This is not God, but this. This is her inspiration right here. I've studied her. I've studied everything she does. I'm looking at it very closely. She's wrong about Brigitte because I've looked at it. She's going to lose the lawsuit. She's going to completely lose it. I 100% believe she's going to lose it. And she's trying to dismiss it. She's tried more than once. And she lies about the case. You know, all she does is paint a reality with her imagination for it to curtain in, you know, people's logic. Okay, she's thinking for them, making conclusions for them, and people are so desperate for something that sounds like the truth, but it's not. It's not. What she spews out is completely false. And if you have an ear for lies, if you have a sense for lies, you would know. And I see it. I see it now. This is the first time I see this video, and I'm reacting to it. Okay, this is a horrible video. It's a horrible image. It's a horrible metaphor. Okay, it's horrible. Okay, this is completely horrible. Right here. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just everything about this is demonic. And this is what she says is the most amazing thing in the world, and she listens to it over and over and over and over and over like a psychopath. No thank you. No thank you at all. I appreciate it, but, you know, and the whole internet is catching on. You got a lot of people catching on to Candice's grift. She's probably one of the most successful grifters on YouTube right now. But it's going to catch up to her. You can't keep spewing lies and get away with it. Because you know what happens with lies? They get squashed by the truth eventually. The truth always comes out on the surface, okay? Her marriage is very strange. I looked at it. She only knew the guy for like a couple of weeks and got married. That's ridiculous. Okay, she knows Tate, who is known to do some really bad stuff. He what do you call it? He used women to make money off of them. He used even young women to make money off of them, off of OnlyFans and things like that, which we know is really bad. God doesn't like that stuff, and that's who she sides with. She sides with Tate. She sides with Kanye West. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. All she cares about is fame and power. And the reason why she is so obsessed with Kanye West and the song Power is because that's what she is obsessed with. She's not obsessed with God. She doesn't represent God. She calls herself Catholic. She is probably the worst example of how to be Catholic. Okay, how do you get banned from Australia, a whole freaking country? You know, you have to be doing some pretty shady shit. Her character, the official wording was that she had really poor character, something like that. That's why she got banned. She's not allowed to go speak there. And I don't blame them. If I had my own country, I'd do the same thing. She's freaking nuts. She's insane. Okay? She's insane. And people eat it up. They eat it up every day, and they love it. People watch the Candice Owens on the big screen, and they bow down to her like she was God. Okay? This is wrong. This is all wrong, dude. She is attacking TPUSA. Okay, something that Charlie built up from the ground up. Not just that, but he was a true Christ warrior. Charlie Kirk was a true Christ warrior. Okay, and he died. He died living the truth. He gave his life. And not only that, when Charlie Kirk died, he inspired millions to go back to Christ. Okay, and what Candice Owens is doing is demonic, because he's attacking a man who's dead and cannot defend himself, and she's tarnishing his reputation. She talks crap about him. In a sense, she puts words in his mouth, and he's dead. He can't speak for himself. Everything that Charlie said is online. It goes against what Candice says. Everything you can find online about Charlie, you can find it, and it goes against what Candice says about Charlie. She is wrong about Charlie. They're not friends. At most, they became acquaintances because Candice Owens was going down the wrong path, and Charlie Kirk could never be friends with someone like Candice Owens. Look at what she's achieving. Look at her. She's achieving it through conflict. Okay? That is satanic. The way she behaves is satanic. It's demonic. It's demonic possession. In a very minute way. It's Satan whispering in her ear. Keep doing this. You'll have more money. You'll have more power. She's being led to the slaughterhouse, and she has no clue because she's so prideful about it. She's so prideful about it, and she loves it. She loves it. She loves seeing her own face. She loves listening to her own voice. She is the most self-centered person on the planet. She burns bridges with all the people that got her there, the people that helped her get propped up. She's burning bridges with them. She's going to war. Who says they're going to war with those friends? That's not Christ-like. That's not Catholic. She says she claims to be a Catholic. Give me a break. She's not. She's totally a phony. She's totally in the wrong, And just because you have millions of followers doesn't make you right. Okay? It doesn't mean that crap at all. It just means that a lot of people are lost. And they want somebody to get behind, to push back on things, on things they think are not correct. It's that simple. They want an alternative, and they're getting it through Candice, and that's just the truth. That is the truth. The people who are innocent are following Candice, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And every day, people are seeing. They're seeing through the veil. They're seeing through all the lies. It's not adding up. Everything she says doesn't add up. She's hypocritical. People who criticize her, she sends out copy claims out to try to silence them. And what does she say about silencing people? It means you're onto something. It means that you're bringing truth. And then when they try to silence you, it's because they don't want the truth to come out. And that's what Candice Owens is doing to people. She's trying to silence them because she doesn't want the truth to come out. She's built up this whole world in her head that's different from reality. And that's what's going on. She separated herself from God. It's that simple. It's that simple. And this song hypnotized her. She loves this song. And it's a really shitty song. Sorry, it's a really shitty, short song. It's not even like It's not even good. Like, it's not even, like, catchy. It's not even, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing about this song that is good. Nothing. But all she cares about is this. Power. That's all she cares about. Power. She wants to have power over everybody. She wants to have power over all the people she believes did her wrong. And she's never in the wrong. Isn't that funny how she's never in the wrong? But then everyone else is. But everyone else is like, dude, you're crazy. You know? Like, she got fired from working at the Daily Wire. You know what I'm saying? She got fired from a lot of places. Okay? She is a hypocrite. She's a fraud. She's a grifter. She is godless. She's demonic. Everything she's doing. And she doesn't see it. She's not aware of it. She's not conscious of it because she's drunk on power. If you don't think it makes sense, well then I can't help you. I can't help you, but it makes total sense to me. Schizoid man. 21st century schizoid man. Candice is schizophrenic. I believe it. I believe it. She's hateful and bitter one moment, and then gracious and thankful the next. She goes back and forth like a crazy person. How can you say hateful shit about people and then turn to the camera and say, oh, thank you for tuning in, and thanks for watching? You have to be sick in the head. It doesn't make any freaking sense whatsoever. Not one bit. Not one bit. Dude, she's off her brain. She's off her rocker. Okay, this is freaking demonic. Completely. This is a mockery of heaven. This is him saying, I'm more powerful than God. This is saying a lot of things. It's a mockery of the angels. It's a mockery of heaven. It's a mockery of Christ. Something censored that the world's ours. The world is not yours. The world belongs to God. This is Satan's influence. And that's the thing about Satan. He will influence you in ways that you are not aware, because he's that good. He is that good. He will lure you into the riches, lure you into the power, but you have to sell your soul. You have to give up your innocence. You have to give up the humility. You have to give up following Christ. You have to give up God in order to be this. And that's exactly what happened to Candice. She puts off a really good image out there. Oh, she's Catholic and this and that. She's got the family and the marriage. Dude, she only knew the guy for like 2 weeks and married him because he's got money and power. Again, power. This is what resonates with Candice. Power. Okay? Power in humans, not God. She never brings up God unless it's like a dream she had about Charlie. But never. She never brings her up. Brings God up. I think she talks more about Kanye West than she does about Christ. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know where she stands with things. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty obvious. It's very obvious. And it's not just being weird, okay? All these images, when an artist says, hey, I want this, I want that, I want this, and I want that, it's for a reason, okay? It's for a reason. It's not because he's just being weird, okay? He does things for a reason. And Candice Owens took a cue from that. Because Candice knows that controversy gets people talking, gets people to watch. Conflict gets people to watch. Okay, look at this. This is supposed to be an angel, but look how seductive this angel is. That is not an angel. Okay, this is not how an angel would dress. This is not appropriate for an angel. And the way he stands above this angel, so to speak, the way that he centered himself, he's at the center of attention. You know, very strange. This is the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. It's very demonic. Nothing like Michelangelo's image of God touching man. Okay, this is purely demonic. Purely demonic. There's nothing that says praise Lord, give power to the Lord. Nothing. Nothing about this screams I'm Christian. Nothing about this says I'm about Christ. What this speaks says I'm about myself. That's what this image says. That's what the song is about. It's about self-centeredness. It's about the power that you can take on this earth. And he says it in his song, the world is ours. It's not yours, Bubba. And it will never be yours. Because the world belongs to God. So that's my 2 cents on the subject matter. You know, it's just I had to look into it. And I'm pretty shocked. I mean, it makes sense now. It makes sense where she got hypnotized. Music has a lot of influence on people. I know a lot of people don't believe that. But look at the black community when they listen to rap. Look how they dress. They dress like the rappers. They behave like the rappers. They act like the rappers. Music has huge influence. It's like a #1 tool of propaganda. It's a #1 tool of influence right there with Hollywood movies. Okay, if you don't want to see it, that's fine. That's on you. But I have eyes to see and ears to hear. God granted me those gifts, and I see right through it. I see right through their intentions. I see right straight to their intentions, as clear as day. As clear as day. Anyways, I probably pissed off a lot of people. I mean, I'm just going to speak my truth, okay? If I lose subscribers, I lose subscribers. Fine. It's not a big deal to me. I don't care necessarily about that. I have a goal to reach like 1,000 this year, but I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to like start, you know, getting on some train or bandwagon or whatever just to get more likes or subscribers. I'm not going to do that, you know. I'm not going to bend my morals. I'm not going to bend reality. I'm not going to try to mold what I want. It's not about what I want. It's about what God wants. What does God want from you? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to serve God? Not how are you going to serve yourself? Okay, serving yourself is the most anti-God thing you can do. Okay, and that's what Candice Owens is doing. She is serving herself by creating conflict, because it creates attention. She gets the views. She gets the followers. She creates these what do you call them? These conspiracies that don't have any real kind of logical anything behind them. I mean, the conspiracies behind Charlie Kirk's death is off the charts. From a camera shooting him, from a drone shooting him. Notice how she never, ever, ever talks bad about the left. Not one time she criticizes the left. Not one time she criticizes Antifa. Not one time. But she can find time to criticize Charlie, TPUSA, all the people that got her to where she is. She's got time for that. She has time to throw rocks at people. You know, what's like the main thing that sticks out the most out of the Bible? It's when Jesus said, "Let the man who hasn't sinned throw the first rock." Okay? That's the first thing that's pops in my head immediately from memory. It's like one of the most important stories. You know, and what does she do? She's constantly attacking people, constantly judging them, constantly saying it's fact. It's fact. No, it's your opinion. When you say it's a fact, people are going to believe you. And that's a problem, because there's no basis for your facts. There's nothing. You have nothing, Candice. Nothing. Nothing. And this is a warning. This is a warning straight from me, from God, telling you need to change your behaviors, or the road you're on is going to lead to your destruction. It already is. She had to take a break recently. Do you know why? because she can't handle all the problems she's creating for herself. And instead of saying, I'm sorry, like a real Catholic would, like a Christian would, like a Christ-like person would, and be humble, she keeps digging that grave for herself. She keeps doing it because she's so prideful. She can't say, I'm sorry. She can't do it. She has to come up with different ways of explaining her own reality to the world. And she lives in her own little fantasy world where nothing makes sense. But only she's right and everybody's wrong. That's a sickness. That's a real sickness. When everybody is wrong and you're the only person that's right. When you think you're better than the CIA. When you think you know things. When all you do is sit from your basement house and talk and talk and talk hot air. That's all it is. Hot air. And people buy into it. They buy into it because they need it. They need the conflict. They need the controversies. It's entertaining. But it's not just entertaining. It actually is misleading them. It's misleading them to a very, very dark place. It's misleading them to division. It's misleading them away from Christ. Those are my 2 cents. Okay, you don't have to believe what I say. You make up your own mind. But this is what I'm seeing. I've been seeing it for a while. A lot more people are speaking up against Candice because they see it too. We're not blind. We're not idiots. She treats us like morons. Like we're fucking idiots. We see right through her. We see her. Okay, she is completely in the wrong. She creates more wrong and more conflict in the world. More problems for people. And now she wants to go to war with TPUSA. She wants to go to war with them. How is that Christ-like? It's not. It's not Catholic. She's not Catholic. Okay? And she's always flip-flopping. She's always flip-flopping from the left to the right. There's nothing, just like Kayne. One day he said, I'm about Christ. And then one day he stopped. Okay, these are frauds. These people are frauds. They'll say and do anything for attention because that's how they make their money. Just like a good storyteller, you use conflict. You use controversy. You use messed up ideas. You accuse people of things that aren't true. That's how you get attention. You accuse people that have nothing to do with anything, but you make it seem like they do. She has no power. It's an illusion. And people who buy into her stuff give her that power. But it's an illusion. Her world is an illusion. And it's going to be shattered by God. And it's going to really hurt her. It's going to bring her down really, really bad. And that's why I say pray for Candice Owens. Because her soul right now is at the balance. Candice Owens is God's, like, one of God's favorites. And that's why Satan has done this to her. This is why Satan has attacked Candice Owens, has possessed her, has led her down the wrong road, and misleading a lot of people. Because she's special. And look what Satan did to her. Infiltrated by Kanye West. And people like Tate, that Tate guy, who is also not a good person. Not a good person, who's best friends, who happens to be best friends with her husband. There's something really, really fishy going on here. Really, really fishy. If you know anything about this Tate character, he used the exploitation of women to get his money. And you know that's wrong. You know that's wrong. Even young women. Okay? And if you look at Tate, you look at his self-centeredness, you look at the power he has, I'm telling you, Candice Owens is the kind of person who is attracted to power and money. That's who she is, and that's who she wants to be. She's not serving God. She's not serving the truth. Not one bit. Not one single bit. And this is who she has placed as her, like, champion. Not Christ, but Kanye West. This is Candice Owens' God right now. This is her God. Right now. This is it right here. She's completely possessed. Completely. And she doesn't know how to back away from it because she's drunk off of it. She's drunk off the power. She loves it. She loves the attention she's getting. She loves that people are talking about her. It doesn't matter to her. She doesn't care. She doesn't care one bit about the truth. She doesn't care one bit about how she's hurting people, how she's misguiding people to believe things that aren't true. She doesn't care. She does not care. All she cares about are the views and the attention, because that's how she makes her money. That's how she gets her power. It's not from God. It's not from Christ. It's from Satan. It's clear as day. Clear as day to me. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Think what you will. I see what I see, and you can't change my mind about it. You can't, because I see it. I see it as clear as day.